All right, Rams at the Seahawks. This line opened up Seahawks -3. It's down to 1.5. There's a ton of sharp action coming in on the Rams. So who do you like in this game?
Yeah, I like the Rams in this one for a couple units. I just think like the people are probably overreacting a little bit to the Rams losing to the Jets. Like horrible loss. There's no denying that. But they were very much probably looking ahead to this game against the Seahawks, and they match up really well against the Seahawks. There seems to be something wrong with Seattle right now. Russell Wilson hasn't played well in recent weeks, so I don't know if he's a little skittish. I don't know if he's dealing with some sort of injury or if just something's not clicking right now. But he's been very up and down. And I know they just beat Washington, but that win wasn't really impressive, and they very nearly blew it at the end. And if not for a Dustin Hopkins missed extra point earlier in the game, that would have gone to overtime because, the Redskins wouldn't have had to go for 2. They could have kicked the extra point and make it 17, kick a field goal when Dwayne Haskins sacked on the last drive. Anyway, that's beside the point. I had to explain to someone why that is sound football logic earlier this week, so I'm a little bothered by that. And the other big thing is I think Sean McVay is going to be super motivated to beat the Seahawks. Good team coming off a humiliating loss. It's never a bad thing to bet on them. And I think that he's going to find ways to attack Seattle's biggest weakness on defense. It's been their cornerbacks, not necessarily from a talent perspective, but from a health perspective. Shaq Griffin's been on and off the field. Quentin Dunbar has been off the field a lot. That was one of his problems in Washington, could never stay healthy. So I think that the Rams have a good chance to win this one if they can pressure Russell Wilson up the middle, use Jalen Ramsey to shut down DK Metcalf. It could be a long day for the Seahawks even at home. So I like the Rams to win this one outright. So if they're underdogs, I'm going to be all over them.
Yeah, I was going to say I wanted to defer to you in this game because, as I said before, I can't handicap the Giants and Rams to save my life. I think I'm like 5-22 combined in their games. It's just unbelievable. Like it's ridiculous. And like I said before, in the other games this year, I'd be 56% against the spread. But I do agree with you here. I think it makes sense to take the Rams. Like first of all, the sharps are on the Rams. Second, the Rams match up well against Seattle because Seattle's pass protection is not great. And you're going to have the Rams. Obviously, they have a great defensive line, and they should be able to rattle Russell Wilson a little bit. Not that you can do that very well, but he's going to see a ton of pressure, and that's going to limit their offense. And the Seahawks can't get pressure on the quarterback, and that's the biggest thing for me here. Jared Goff, when he plays, I think when he plays a great defensive coordinator or plays a team that can pressure a lot, like we saw against the Jets. The Jets have a great defensive line. He tends to struggle. And the Seahawks, except for Carlos Dunlap, they can't get to the quarterback at all. And it's not like they have a great defensive coordinator. So I think that bodes well for Jared Goff, who beat the Seahawks a few weeks ago. I think he's going to do it again. So I like the Rams, but I can't bet this game given that I can't handicap the Rams.
I think I'm pretty bad at handicapping the Rams too. I think we've been on the same side with them a lot. And Derek, thankfully, thinks we're on the right side. Derek, I hope you are better at handicapping the Rams than both of us for our sake. But maybe we'll finally get on the hot streak with the Rams ahead of the playoffs. That would be nice. Just so build a little 3-game win streak to build momentum for next time we have to bet the Rams next year.
Yeah. I should say this is like 1% of my pick analysis was in spite because if I pick the Rams and they lose, then the sooner they'll be eliminated from the playoffs. I feel like the better it's going to be for both of us.
Sure.
So yeah, there it is. The last of the